Hey y'all, it's your favorite Virgos. We back again with all of our opinions. Welcome to the Virgo Verdict podcast, where we peruse the internets for various subject topics,
Finding
and they're
stuff.
always crazy and interesting. So we got one for you today. So I'll play the audio for you. Basically, a lady says that the men folk, all the men folk, well, most of the men folks that she knows who are married have either been tricked or guilted into being married. So I'll play it for you. We're gonna lend our verdicts, our opinions on the matter, and then y'all tell us what you think. Okay.
This is how a lot of women got rings on their finger. They literally guilted and trapped a man into being with them. There's so many men that y'all know right now in relationships like that right now. This is how a lot of
Y'all, okay, because so in our last segment, Sherrod had made the point that a lot of the things that he shares um, on the socials he gets from women. A lot of these subjects that have, that are tricky or that people be like, that's that bullshit. He said he gets a lot of them from women. And I can attest to that. And also, being a woman, it puts me in a precarious position because there are a lot of women out here that's on that bullshit and it pisses me off. It also makes me think that me and my friends and my network of women are a minority, especially if we're judging by what is happening online. So I don't know if it's all fake or if people are doing it for the likes or if it's sensationalism or they're being provocateurs. I don't know. But all I know is that sometimes my mouth be agape. Like, what the fuck? And this is one of those times because what it says to me is what she's ultimately saying to me is that niggas are weak, men are weak, and they're being forced to do like they can't. First of all, they can't identify when they're being guilted, which means they're being manipulated. They can't identify when a woman is being disingenuous, and they're being forced into these marriages. I don't buy that for a second. I think we have to give men more credit than that. No?
No.
Sherrod, you mean to tell
No.
me
No.
that you think it's men?
No.
That to me
You
say
got some
that to
suckers
me
out
says
here.
that men are being weak out here. It's weak
You
niggas
do.
out here. This come
Look, let me
on
tell you.
now.
Let me tell you.
I don't agree. I disagree.
Let me tell you.
I've done no research, y'all. I have no statistics, but I refuse to believe that the majority of married men out here are being tricked and guilted and manipulated into marriage.
I won't say the majority, because that to me that's a lie. That's like some. I got to go with some, and it might be a lot of men, because I know I got married just because I got the woman pregnant. That's it. It wasn't
But
I
were you
wanted to.
tricked? Were you guilted? Were you manipulated into making that
Well,
choice?
put it
Or
this
was it
way.
a choice that you did?
When I talk to the older cats around me or whatever, and they're like, "Yo, man, if you can make her a mother, you can make her a wife. Man, you can't do that, this and that." And the other. You think
But
you're
did
doing the right
she
thing,
do that?
huh?
But did she do that?
Oh no, she gave
Because
me an ultimatum.
the lady in the video made it out like women are doing this. She said women specifically.
No, I
No,
got
I
an
get it.
ultimatum. I had received an ultimatum, and it was like it was either do this or you won't be involved in your children's lives.
That's fucked up.
So at that time, and I'm gonna say this clearly to men out here: don't be afraid of the child support system. Don't be afraid of it. You just have to establish a presence in your child's life early on in their age, at their school, their church, wherever. I was afraid of the child support system fucked around and still had to go through that motherfucker anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
I lived 5 years well, when I was married to her for 5 years, longer than I was with her longer than that, but I was married for like 5 years. And miserable. Very fucking miserable. And trust me, I've had ultimatums. That right there made me realize whenever I received an ultimatum from then on out, because I've received ultimatums from other women, fuck it. Do what you do. I don't want to be with you. If you got to give me an ultimatum, yeah, I'm
I don't
good.
want, and that's always been my stance. I don't want to give a man an ultimatum. I want to know what he wants to do authentically and naturally, organically. I want to know how he feels about me. If he wants to marry me, he'll let me know. I don't know anybody. I don't know a soul in the history of marriages who has wanted to be married and didn't say anything. I'm talking about men. Because one thing I do know about men is that men are decisive. When they want something with regard to women, they let that shit be known. I don't know any man who wants a woman, especially who wants to marry her and is in a position to do so, who will hide that fact. So I don't have to give a man an ultimatum. If I'm to the point where I feel like it comes up in my mind, I need to give him an ultimatum, that's my first indicator that he does not want to marry me.
Now,
And then we can proceed in another direction.
now, I do know a situation personally. Another one. Dude married old girl because her ex came back in town. And yeah, he got scared and all of a sudden came with the ring. You feel me? So dudes are out here being manipulated, guilted, tricked. Uh,
But he, in that situation, he did that shit to himself. That
Well,
wasn't
it's the way
nobody
she
but him.
started. It's the way she started moving, right?
But was
And
that her though manipulating him, or was that
hey,
her
but
being?
see, not dig this. A person can move a certain way knowing how you gonna react to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I know you gonna get triggered by me doing something, I may just do it just to trigger you. I think he was dumb because I was dumb. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
own my dumbness. I was stupid for getting married for the sake of children.
Mm-hmm.
Children, they're not a good enough reason ever to get
Yeah,
married.
children are
And
not the remedy for bad relationships.
no,
If
no,
anything, it makes it worse.
they make it worse because a lot of times they get used as pawns. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole thing that I understand people say, oh, men are decisive. They know what they want, when they want, how they want, this and that and the other. That's some men. All men are not like that. I hear so many women that speak down on marriage. I don't want to ever get married. Okay, cool.
I mean, that's their right. I mean,
Yeah. And then for me, I'm not against marriage, but I've always asked, what the fuck what benefit other than legalities or if you're religious? No one can, outside of them two, can't nobody tell me as a man, what do I get? I can cook, I can clean, I wash my own clothes, everything that I need to do in my castle, I do it by myself.
yeah,
Now, when I marry somebody or get with someone, okay, I need to know that you're my helpmate because
mm-hmm.
I got to become your helpmate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We supposed to be, Al Jarreau said, we're in this love together.
Any opportunity to sing, he gonna do it. He gonna take.
But,
But I
but,
believe in that. I believe in
yeah,
building.
yeah,
I
we
don't
supposed to do this
necessarily.
together.
I'm not necessarily sold on the idea of legal marriage. Fine if it happens, right?
Hmm.
What what I cherish and what is important to me is a stable partnership upon which we can build other things
Yep.
to make both of our lives better or as best as we can make
How
them.
do we both grow?
Two heads are better than one.
Hmm.
When you have a partner, when you have a person that's your person to walk through this life with, it makes walking through this life easier. It does. And it makes it great if y'all like each other and love each other. That's awesome to me. I don't have to have a certificate upon which we both put our signature. I don't have to have that. I don't
Right.
have to live in the same house as a man. I don't have to have that at all. But I do desire a healthy, balanced partnership. I want a partner to
Okay.
walk through this life with.
Now,
It's not about the ceremony for me.
hmm
It's not about being able to say that I now have a husband because my partner is my husband, basically. It according to Webster's, book of words. And I'm with this person long time. We've made this agreement to be with each other. Okay, so the courts don't recognize it, but that's my husband. I'm his wife. We move around as one. That's what I desire. People
hmm.
got this all this
Hold on,
shit.
wait. Hold on, hold on. She done made me look husband up.
Okay, what do they say? What they say it is.
Okay. A husband is a man who is married to someone and is also known as a spouse. The term usually implies that the couple is in a long term committed relationship.
Hmm.
It doesn't mean
It
you,
doesn't
I mean,
mean
because,
paper.
yeah, it just means we together, we doing this thing together. And it's like,
Yes. Look up spouse. Is what does it say for spouse?
spouse. A spouse is a person who is legally married to another person, either as a husband or wife. The term can also refer to individuals in same sex or common law marriages.
So there's a difference between a husband and a spouse. There's a difference. Because a
Oh, oh.
husband, it doesn't say legality with husband. It
Well, the
says long
definition
term commitment.
the definition of spouse can vary depending on the state where the marriage took place or the laws of the country where the marriage occurred. A spouse is
So
defined as a
spouse,
husband or wife.
so spouse is all about legality, y'all. So and I also feel like, not feel like, I've decided that knowing the meanings of words is important. It's more
Hmm.
important than we think because there's a reason why we use the term spelling. We're creating spells when we speak these words. When you put things out into the universe, this is what you put out. You have to be careful of the words that you speak. And you have to know the difference between something like a husband and a spouse. I just wanted to put that in there. But that's real shit though, y'all. Like we be out here, you know, throwing these words out all willy nilly without having any idea of what they connote.
Have you heard of the etymology of the word husband?
Mm-mm.
Now, the etymology of the word is basically husband comes from the Norse word husbondi, which is a combination of the words hus, meaning house, and bondi, meaning dweller. And when you look down
Mm.
here, it just basically says house, hus, bondi, occupier and tiller of the soil. Then it comes down, it says master of a house, male head of a household. That's
That that could be my daddy. I
yeah.
mean, it could, like for real. It could be. It don't say the man
Hmm.
whose name is on the certificate.
It
It
says the
don't
head of the
say
house.
meet me at the altar in your white dress.
Come on, man. That was a jam, man.
That's my shit. That's my jam. I still rock with that today. I still listen to that. But we are so concerned with the pomp and circumstance.
With
We're
titles.
so concerned with the ceremony.
Hmm.
I want to do this. I want to do this performance in front of my family and friends. I want to get the fancy dress and the big ring and spend all these thousands of dollars on the reception. Like, I'm not knocking it though. I feel like if you can afford it, hey, do it. But if you can't afford it, take your ass to the justice of the peace if you really want to get a marriage certificate and pay the $50 and do that shit.
Come on, man. That's that. What they say. That's giving broke.
I don't give a fuck. Because who are we doing it for? Who are we
Most
doing it for?
people, like you said, most people are doing it as a show. I just want people to talk about this grand event that I had, and I want people, and it's like,
I have
nah.
no interest in that. I have zero interest in that. I like when I think about so when me and my fiance were planning our wedding, it was gonna be small and intimate. We was getting married at a farm. It wasn't no, but that's just me though, because I had the relationship that I desired. So all of that other shit didn't mean nothing to me. The relationship was the thing for me. I was like, I got a good man. That was the thing for me. Not let's go and spend this 10. Some people be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on this shit, and I just don't understand it. $10,000 on a dress, $1 million on a dress with all these crystals and diamonds and shit, and you ain't gonna wear it ever again.
When you
It's
could have
it's it's
took that
not
money and
practical.
invested in your future.
In your future, your kids' future, my kids could have had a trust with that money.
You know
We
what?
could have invested that $10,000, and then 10 years down the line, we would have had $1 million off of that one investment.
Yeah. And see, people to me are too worried about their title instead of the treatment, right?
Yeah,
I tell women, I don't have to marry you to lay my life down for you to defend you. If you and I say we're exclusive, we together, I love you, you love me, your title to me, for the lack of better words, because I always say women are people and not possessions, but
mm-hmm,
you're mine. You're my
mm-hmm,
responsibility because you said you're with me. So
mm-hmm.
hey, whatever go down and how it go down, you don't need to be my wife for me to protect you. You don't need
Right,
for uh, you to be married to me in order for me to help take care of you. Oh, you need some money. I don't give money to random women. My lady, I give my money. You can get some money, whatever. Some random
right,
chick? I ain't giving random hoes no dough. Hell no.
right.
You know what I'm
And I
saying?
don't know many men who would. Just like I'm
I,
not giving no
I know some
random
trick
guy.
ass niggas out here. I know
I
some
do
tricks.
too, but
I know
it
some
ain't a
tricks.
lot. But I do know some. I have had experiences with trick ass niggas. Me
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
I have been propositioned on many occasions where money was the subject matter. Like, I'm gonna give you this money, but I want this or that. They wanted something from me,
Mm-hmm.
but they led with the money.
Mm-hmm.
Money has never moved me, although I like money and I like all the shiny things. But when it comes to relationships with men, I got to like you. It's
Right.
you first. The money is second. Great. I'm going to take your money only if I like you, though. And only if I'm trying to build something of substance with you.
Right.
Yes, I want you to do nice shit for me. But when you use money as a tool of negotiation, that implies that you want something from me in exchange. I have to do something after I receive this money. And there are men for whom I am unwilling to do a thing for. So no, I'm not taking your money in
And
that.
see, that's another thing. I've spoken to people, and there's like so many women are unhappy in marriages. Why do you think that is? Well, for one, you're married for the wrong reason. You don't like him anyway. You
You don't
never,
like him.
you're not sexually attracted to him. You don't even want this motherfucker as a friend. All you know is he is a provider. He can provide you with the material things you want. He can't,
Yeah.
he ain't hitting it right. He ain't holding you. He not doing any of the things that you want done that a man you really like would do. You know what I'm saying? Or want to do. You know, that's why I say there's too many. I warn men about the alpha widows, as they're called. And it's like, bro, you gotta learn how to decipher whether she like you for you or for what you can do
And
as far as
Sharon,
financially.
I feel like if you have agreed to be in that situation, if you've married a man because of what he can do for you, i.e., providing and, pay all the bills or whatever, then you don't have a right to complain about shit.
That's true. I agree
Like,
with you.
shut the fuck up.
I agree.
Because you made an agreement with yourself that you were going to marry this man because of what he could do for you. And then
For
you get
better
in
or
this marriage.
worse.
Yeah, your own. Yeah, you get in this marriage and it's hellish for you. But you got
Hmm.
your bills paid though. So,
Yeah,
but you
that's
know
crazy.
this. You know that the money piece was paramount. You didn't even either you didn't consider the other pieces that would come along or you didn't give a fuck about the other pieces.
Right.
But as a friend, to me, shut the fuck up because you made this agreement with yourself and now you got to deal with it. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear it.
I agree.
I don't want to
I
hear
agree.
it.
But you
Don't
know what?
come to me with that shit.
So let's take it back to the original part of this and men being tricked. At the end of the day, a man has to be gullible enough to fall for the things that's being done. You know, he has to allow himself to be manipulated. He has to feel this guilt or get tricked. You know whether or not. Or here's the thing: there are there's a saying that women don't marry the man they want; they marry the man that's ready.
Mm.
So he could be in love with this woman so deeply that it's like, look, you know what? Fuck it. I just, you know, I look at, okay, you know who Dr. Boyce Watkins is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so his story is his wife didn't want shit to do with him in the beginning. Nothing. She wasn't interested in his ass. Okay. I've gone through that. Yeah. But I also don't double back and try to get on now. So he done got his money up. All of a sudden, she interested. This is what it looked like. This is what it looked like. Made this boy get rid of them chiclet teeth and get them big ass horse teeth, them veneers. She made that boy lose that weight, get rid of that gut. He still got that big ass head, but hey, he he doing all the things that she wants him to do to become the man she likes or can tolerate. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
her intentions. I'm just going by
Mm-hmm.
what I see. Now, I'm gonna tell any man, if she didn't want you in the past, don't bring it to your future when you become a better version of yourself. And that's what I think a lot of men do. They fall in love with women, and I just want to be with her. She friend zoned me for 25 years, had 10 kids, and I just watched her do man after man after man, but now she's tired. I want her. You can't help that. So
I mean, it's real shit. It's
it is.
situations out there like that. And, for somebody like me, it's challenging. Like I got a guy who likes me a lot and I don't like him. He cool enough, but he could lose all the weight. He could, do all the things to dress up his package and I still wouldn't like him.
Why?
Like,
What is it? What is it about him? Educate us.
um, it's him. He doesn't do it for me. I'm not interested in him. He don't have nothing to talk about. You
Okay.
know, like, well, the things that he talks about, I'm not interested in. You know, it's he's not my person. Like, he cool. We can hang out, go to the movies. I'm not interested in doing anything in any real way with him. He doesn't set my soul on fire. He doesn't move me in any way. So I would not string him along because I feel nothing for him.
Okay.
Like, I love him in the universal sense of the word. Like, I love, just humanity, period.
Damn.
But I'm not attracted to him. And there is nothing that he could do, because then that he would have to be a different person.
Yeah.
Like, he would have to be a different individual. Who he is, I can't appreciate. So I can't be with somebody knowing that about myself. And
Okay.
he deserves better. He deserves more. And so do I. If Cuz he will do all the things. He will pay all the bills. He'll move me into a house. He'll buy me a car. He'll do all the things. But I would still be miserable, Sharad. So I'm not willing to exchange, to receive those things in exchange for my happiness. Cause, for me, my happiness is important. I
Hmm.
like liking niggas. I wanna like you. What's the point in me being in a relationship
And I
where
don't
I
like
don't
you.
like you, but I got a new car though? No. I can get my own car. I can get all my own things. I don't
Yeah.
need a man for that. I need my man for other things. The things
Mhm.
that I cannot provide for me. That don't have anything to do with material possessions. And those are the things that are lacking in me and old boys interaction.
Okay.
Those things. Yeah. I
Dig
don't like
that.
y'all.
Fellas, if she don't like you, she don't like you.
She don't like
I try to
you.
tell these, don't try to impress a woman that doesn't show you any interest. And one of the guys I know, we were working together one day, and so we're looking at this chick. She body nice. Like, okay, she attractive physically. But when he looked her way, she wasn't paying attention to his ass. And then I'm like, bro, ah, she don't even know you here. Oh, I like a challenge. I said, oh, you an idiot. I say because if she's that kind of woman that recognize that you like that challenge, man, she gonna run your pockets, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm gonna tell a woman all day, hey, if you found yourself a sucker licking, take it, run his pockets, hit him up, make him feel like he done walk down Mac and Bewick with gold chains on in the dark. Rob his ass. Take it for what you want. You want get anything.
Yeah. And there are women out here that
Oh
will.
man, they will run your pockets.
They will
So
run
that's
your pockets. They
and,
get
and that,
everything they can get,
that's
and then
why
they will leave your ass.
if you don't show me any interest, I don't care how fine you are. I don't even look your way. I'm straight. I can't miss what I never had.
Right.
So I keep it moving. If we lock eyes and there's some little energy or whatever, I speak to you and you say something back to me and we can hold a conversation. Cause at my grown age, I ain't trying to get no ass off the rip.
Right.
At my grown age, I'm trying to see who you are. Cause I see a, a lot of times you'll wind up wasting your time, even if you got some ass out of it. It's like, oh man, you know, it's one of them things where you get some ass from somebody, and then you be like, I'm just ready for this motherfucker to go.
I'm
Damn,
ready for them to go.
damn.
Yes. And then I love those moments where, you be really like digging somebody and you think they the shit. Um, and then something happens that prevents you from fucking with them. And then who they really are becomes revealed to you.
Mm,
And you be like, ooh. I dodged a bullet because
Yep.
if I had rushed in, I would have been fucked up by now.
Hmm.
And the saying is true, only fools rush in. Now I take my time because people will show up as their best representative. And I dated this guy recently, and I thought he was the bee's knees. Come to find out he wasn't. And I had to say a prayer like, Lord, thank you for not giving me what I thought I wanted, because
You
he
gotta
is
be careful what
not
you ask
what I
for.
thought I wanted. Yeah, you do. You have to be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. So, yeah, so y'all, Sharad has enlightened me today because the way that the lady put it in the video is that she was saying it was the majority of men.
I don't think it's
And I
majority.
just, you know, I view men in a particular way. Like, I know it's some suckers and simps out here. And I know it's some, niggas that'll just do just about anything to be in a relationship, but women too. I don't think it's the majority of men,
Mm-mm.
no. And I think, when you make statements like sweeping generalizations, I don't think that that's fair, because from what she said, it implies that there's a weakness in these men, like they being tricked. Like, if these are grown ass men, then they're responsible for this.
Hmm.
They're responsible for the decisions that they make for their own lives. So, like, who's to blame in those situations? Is it him? Is it her? Is it both of them? Like, yeah, so I would be interested. I want to do a survey, but I
Yeah.
wonder if I did a survey, how
Would they answer
honest,
truthfully?
yeah, how honest the men would be.
Well, you know what? I think if we probably did it like you remain anonymous,
Mm,
and we should set out to do a goal of like 1,000 people, different
mm,
different ethnic backgrounds,
mm.
ages, and this and that and the other. Because I'm of the belief that the majority of men that are happy in marriage are not on the internet talking about it.
Yeah, I am too, because they live in it. I
Yeah,
don't have to be
it's
on
like
the.
I don't
I
need to
don't
be
have to be
validated by social media.
at all, at all,
So
at all. And I would love to pick the brains of those men and
I think
women
that'll be
too.
something cool to do.
Hmm.
Get go out to the mall and just talk to men. And we
Yeah,
could talk to
men
men
only.
and women. You know,
Mm,
find out some information. Let's start being more interactive with the people. Let's go out there and see. Hey, well, how do y'all feel
yeah,
about X, Y, and Z? So we should do that.
yeah, we should. So, okay, so y'all have heard our verdict on the matter. I'm still a little disheartened because I think so highly, especially of the black men. I don't want them out here being tricked. And I don't want to feel like they fucking dummies out here. Like, nigga, you ain't see that coming a mile away.
Hey,
So anyway, what y'all think? Are men out here being tricked and guilted into marriage, or are they being willfully ignorant, or are they just like, fuck it, I just want to be with her? So
combination.
put your verdict in the comments. Let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm just naive, or whatever it might be. Also, remember to share, like, excuse me, and subscribe. And until next time, y'all, peace.
Peace.